Right now, money is just numbers on a screen. A few hundred years ago, it was pieces of metal. Before that, it was paper. Before that, rocks, shells, cattle. And one thing you definitely have in your kitchen right now. Humans have been using money for thousands of years, but what counts as money has been absolutely wild. Let's go back to the beginning. Before money existed, humans traded directly. You give me wheat, I give you fish. Simple, right? Except it only works if the person with the fish actually wants wheat. What if they don't? What if the doctor already has enough wheat? What if the farmer needs medicine but the doctor needs shoes, not food? Economists call this the double coincidence of wants, and it made trading an absolute nightmare. You needed someone who had what you wanted and wanted what you had, at the same time, in the same place. Money was invented to solve this one problem. The first solution was commodity money, objects that had real, practical value on their own. Salt was one of the biggest. Before refrigerators, salt was the only way to preserve food. It was so valuable that Roman soldiers were partially paid in it. In fact, the word salary, the money you earn from your job today, comes directly from the Latin word for salt, salarium. Grain worked too. So did cattle. So did cloth. Different civilizations used whatever was scarce, useful, and hard to fake. The logic was simple. Even if the other person didn't trust you, they trusted the salt. But the most successful early currency wasn't salt or grain. It was shells. Specifically, cowrie shells, small, smooth, naturally shiny shells found in the Indian Ocean. They were used as money across Africa, South Asia, China, and even parts of the Americas for over 4,000 years. 4,000 years. That's longer than any coin, any paper note, any digital currency has ever lasted. Why did they work so well? They were small enough to carry, hard enough to last, beautiful enough to want, and, crucially, impossible to fake. You couldn't manufacture a cowrie shell. Nature made them, and nature was the mint. The last recorded use of cowrie shells as official currency was in parts of West Africa in the early 1900s, less than 120 years ago. Around 600 BC, the Kingdom of Lydia, in what is now Turkey, stamped the first standardized metal coins, gold and silver, guaranteed by the king's seal. China went further. Around 700 AD, they invented paper money, not because paper had value, but because carrying heavy coins across long distances was exhausting. Paper was a promise, a note saying the government will give you real gold if you bring this back. Spoiler. Eventually, governments stopped honoring that promise. But by then, people were already used to the paper. Here's the thing nobody tells you in school. Money, any money, has no real value. Salt had value because you could eat it. Cattle had value because you could use them. But a cowrie shell? A gold coin? A paper note? A number on a screen? None of these things do anything on their own. They only work because everyone agrees they work. Money is the world's oldest and most successful shared hallucination. It's a story that enough people believe and that it becomes real. And the moment people stop believing, think bank runs, hyperinflation, collapsed currencies, it stops working instantly. Bitcoin isn't new. It's just the latest version of an idea humans have been running for 10,000 years. This thing is valuable because we all agree it is. So next time you tap your phone to pay for something, remember, you're doing exactly what a trader in ancient China did with a shell, what a Roman soldier did with a bag of salt, what every human civilization has done since the beginning. You're participating in a shared agreement. The object changed. The technology changed. The psychology never did.